Hello friends, welcome back to today's Swahili lesson, and I'm so excited because in today's lesson we are doing more of reading, and I'm going to do it in a form of a short story. So I'll read to you a short story and I'll also translate from Swahili to English so that I can help those who don't understand, okay? For my beginner and my intermediate students, you are all welcome. Advanced students, this is all good for you to practice your Swahili. Alright, if you're new to this channel, it's your very first time watching my video, karibu sana, welcome. And let's get to do this, okay? So, welcome, let's get into the video. So, the story is about three domestic animals, to be specific. So we are going to see what happened to these animals. So we have mbuzi, mbwa na ng'ombe, meaning mbuzi got mbwa dog and ng'ombe is cow. Many people get difficulties when it comes to pronouncing the word ng'ombe. But today, hear it clearly from me. Ng'ombe. Ng'ombe. So that's cow. So let's see what happened to the three animals. Mbuzi, mbwa na ng'ombe walikuwa marafiki wa karibu sana. Siku moja walisafiri kwa teksi. Okay, so the three animals walikuwa marafiki wa karibu sana, meaning they were very close friends. Siku moja, one day, walisafiri kwa taxi. They traveled in a taxi. Alright, next. Walipofika mwisho wa safari yao, dereva aliwaomba walipe nauli zao. Ng'ombe alilipa nauli yake. Okay, so when they reached at the end of their journey, walipofika mwisho wa safari yao, at the end of the journey, dereva aliwaomba walipe nauli zao. So the driver asked them to pay their transport, or let me say their taxi transport money. Ng'ombe alilipa nauli yake. So the cow paid. From the picture, the cow is paying. You know, when you enter a bus going somewhere, you have to pay the driver. You know, you have to pay your transport money, your fare. Okay? So the cows were asked by the driver to pay, okay? So the cow is the first one to pay. Ng'ombe alilipa nauli yake. So nauli is that money that you pay when you board a bus, a taxi, an Uber, and many others. So that money you pay is nauli in Swahili. So we are being told when they reached the end of their journey, the driver asked them to pay their transport money, and the cow did pay. Okay, so let's see what happened to the rest of the animals. Okay, so we are told mbwa alilipa zaidi kidogo kwa sababu hakuwa na pesa taslimu. So this is the dog, mbwa. Mbwa alilipa zaidi kidogo, meaning the dog paid a little bit more, zaidi kidogo, a little more, because he didn't have the exact money, okay? So maybe if the bus fare, the taxi fare was maybe 500 shillings, the dog didn't have the exact 500 shillings. So maybe he had 1,000 shillings, and now he was expecting the driver to give him back some change. Okay, so that's why we are told mbwa alilipa zaidi kidogo kwa sababu, because hakuwa na pesa taslimu. Okay, so let's see what happens. Dereva alipokaribia kumpa mbwa chenji yake, mbuzi alitoroka bila kulipa chochote. Oh my goodness. You don't want to know what happened. So, dereva alipokaribia kumpa mbwa chenji yake. When the driver was almost giving the dog his change, mbuzi, the goat, escaped without paying anything. So, let's look at the picture, guys. So, here we have the cow, the goat, and the dog. So, mbuzi is running away. Mbuzi is trying to escape without paying anything. So in Swahili we say bila kulipa chochote, without paying anything. Chochote is anything. Bila, without. Kulipa is to pay. So without paying anything. Bila kulipa chochote. So the goat decided, let me save myself by escaping from this mess. Maybe he didn't have money. So let's see. Dereva alikasirika sana. So the driver got very mad. He was so upset. Dereva alikasirika sana. The driver was so upset. Aliondoka bila kumrudishia mbwa chenji yake. Aliondoka bila kumrudishia mbwa chenji yake. So the driver took off, or let me say the driver left very fast without giving back the change to the dog. So the poor dog is just there. The driver has left, hasn't given back his change. So let's see what happens. Hiyo ndiyo sababu hadi leo mbwa hukimbiza magari ili achungulie ndani kuona kama atampata dereva mwenye chenji yake. Interesting. Let me read again. Hiyo ndiyo sababu hadi leo mbwa hukimbiza magari ili achungulie ndani kuona kama atampata dereva mwenye chenji yake. So we are being told, that's why, hiyo ndiyo sababu, that's why, hadi leo, until today, mbwa hukimbiza magari. So we are being told, until today, that's why the dogs will run after vehicles, or let me say will run after cars, and they will try to peep. You see from the picture, the dog is trying to peep from the window. So, ili achungulie, so that the dog can peep inside, ndani, kuona kama, to see if atampata dereva mwenye chenji yake. To see if he will be able to get the driver who went with his change. So we are being told, I don't know if it's true that it happens in our daily life, in our society, like dogs run after cars because they are trying to peep and see if they can see that driver who ran away with their change. But that's what the story says. Interesting. So let's see what happens to the other two animals. Mbuzi hukimbia anaposikia mlio wa gari. Mbuzi hukimbia anaposikia mlio wa gari. So funny. So we are being told the goat runs away when he hears the sound of a car. You know why? Because he refused to pay the money and ran away. Anaogopa atakamatwa kwa kutolipa nauli. Anaogopa, he fears he will be caught for not paying the transport money. So that's interesting about the goats. So mbuzi hukimbia anaposikia mlio wa gari. The goats run away when they hear the sound of a car, because if they fear that they'll be caught for not paying the transport money. Let's see about the cow. The cow paid, remember? The cow was the first one to pay. Na ng'ombe hababaiki gari likiwa linakuja. So the cow doesn't stress. The cow is just comfortable because he knows he paid the money. Ng'ombe huvuka barabara bila wasiwasi. The cow crosses the road. Barabara, huvuka barabara, crosses the road without any worry, because kwa sababu anajua alilipa nauli yake yote. Because he knows he paid all his transport money. So guys, that's all about the three animals. Mbuzi the goat, ng'ombe the cow, and mbwa the dog. That's what happened to them, and they're trying to put it in real life, how they behave from the incident that happened in the story. So that was a very short story. It can help you with your reading, and you can be able to use these words to make other sentences. Okay guys, thank you so much. I hope you like the video, share the video, and don't forget to do what? To subscribe. You can show love to this video by pressing by subscribing, and, giving the video a thumbs up, and we will see each other again in my next video. Let me know, did you like the story? Do you want me to do another story? So let me know if it's helpful to you. Okay? Asanteni sana. Thank you so much for watching, and kwaheri.